ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Bow, 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 meow. Bub, 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 bub.
Ba, 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 ba.
The guys and the bear. We're gonna talk about football and absolutely nothing else. Coach.
There it is.
There we go.
Welcome. Football.
Acting.
This episode coming out on Thursday, so sorry to the patron people that pay for early access. This one's
we're
gonna be
recording it
every-
on Thursday.
yeah.
We're recording it right now on Thursday, and the Thursday night games are in 4 hours.
Yep.
And
Yep. Actually, that means that this will probably come out like a half an hour before the game.
probably
Around then.
Tuesday was people were busy. Things
Yeah.
things were happening.
Nothing happened. No, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. It's just they were
Nothing
busy.
happened.
Yeah,
My impression of Pixel Haven and Hipponora getting the pick'ems 3 seconds before the game starts.
Oh yeah, no. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah. We do this rarely where we record later on in the week.
Well, it's usually
Yeah.
Wednesday too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did have some NFL news, by the way.
We do.
Craig deadline.
Yes. I'm still getting over my laryngitis. It's better. But
Nice.
I still can't talk for long periods of time or go into my Crendor noises that I normally do. So
Yep.
it's very
fair.
fun.
Fair.
My
Maybe next
doctor was
week.
like, yeah, it could take like 3-4 weeks. I'm like, that's cool. Really fun for when you use your voice for your job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get to that news. We'll handle the games as best we can. Even though we were saying before that we don't really remember a lot of them because they felt like they were ages ago.
Some don't
It
even
is
need
last
remembering.
week.
They were literal days ago, and yet it feels like a memory.
So we had Browns trade Zadarius Smith to Lions.
Huge.
Yep.
That's pretty big. He's now played with every team but the Bears in the NFC North.
That
Kinda
is funny.
Get the Aiden Hutchinson replacement.
Then we have Saints trading Marshawn Lattimore to Commanders.
That's a big one.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a big one.
The Commanders are already just kind of all around solid. Like I don't think they have a bad defense, but they're just getting better. I mean,
Yeah.
I have they played the Eagles yet? Actually, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna check.
Don't know.
They have
Good question.
not. They play the Eagles next week, not this week, but next week, and
That'll
then
be-
4 weeks after, 5 weeks after that. So that's gonna be a big game.
Big game right there. Big game.
Big game.
Big game. Dude, but actually though, I mean, we're 8 weeks in or 9 weeks in. Commanders being 7-2, man. Wild.
Yeah, I think we had like inklings that they could be good, like Jaden Daniels could be, they could, but they've exceeded any expectation anyone could have had.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Bears trade running back Khalil Herbert to Bengals.
Bengals realizing, oopsie, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep. They
Let's-
need to
let's-
run the ball.
Yeah.
Let's fix that.
Cowboys. Big moves.
Oh, big moves.
Oh, I didn't hear the Cowboys one.
Singular.
actually.
Sing one move.
Acquired Jonathan Mingo from the
Oh.
Panthers.
All right.
And wasn't it, it was for more than they traded away Amari Cooper? Am I getting that correct?
Yes,
Is that
they
right?
gave up a fourth for a guy that's not that good. So plus Dak is on the IR.
Dak is
That's
on
true.
the IR.
Yeah.
Which was kind of random. Like it didn't even that just kind of came out of nowhere too.
They said his
Yeah.
hamstring is torn off the bone.
Oh my God. Why
Yeah.
such a descriptive? Is it like
I guess it's bad.
extremely bad Hamstring?
Oh, I think it's not season ending. I think they said like a month or something.
Oh.
For the Cowboys, their season's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's done. Pittsburgh, Mike Williams for a 5th.
Yep.
Honestly, but
You're welcome.
a win for both teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 5th is whatever.
How much did the Jets give away for him when they traded for him, though? I'm curious.
I don't think we traded for him. I think we got him in free agency.
Oh, it was just free agency? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, a win. A win's a win.
Yeah,
What
I
did
mean,
they
that's
trade for
true.
Adams?
A
Third?
Fifth?
Oh,
No, a
fourth?
5th, I think.
Was it really only a 5th? That's
Yeah,
insane.
it was wild. Devontae Adams.
Well, he kind of got punished for it.
Yeah, of course. Because
No, it was a
third.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I'm
Third.
pretty sure it was a third.
Yeah, third with a chance to become a second, right? Yeah, can become a second if he's a first or second team All-Pro this season. I don't think that's happening, so I think it's a third. So
Yeah. So it's almost like a 4th when you balance it out.
yeah.
This trade. And then Steelers also got Packers Preston Smith for a 7th.
Yeah. We really, I saw this funny meme of Steelers just like, our whole goal is just killing the quarterbacks. Like, that's just all we do.
Yeah.
So then people are like, you already do that. And like, oh, we're going to do it harder now.
I will say
Yeah.
Preston Smith hasn't done that much, but part of it is he's a 3-4 guy and we're playing 4-3 now. He actually requested the trade because of the system.
Well, I think what I've been hearing is that he's just going to play behind Watt, and Watt's actually going to get because Watt plays like almost every snap, and then when we take him out, there's no one to go in for him. Like we kind of put a bozo in, and it's just nothing. But now we don't. Now we have a extremely non-bozo going in behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad because he's $2 million on the cap this year, but $13 million next year, so that helps us out, which I think is also why they did it.
Yep.
And Panthers signed Chuba Hubbard 4 years, 33 mil.
They got their guy.
Yep. I opened up the Jets subreddit and it made me realize something.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even consider this. But yeah, okay, right. That's gonna be interesting, huh?
Do you want to bring it up?
I mean, yeah, I guess we could talk about it now. I mean, it's not really news, but well, with the results of the presidential election, my team's owner, Woody Johnson, is probably going to be part of the administration. So
he was ambassador to the United Kingdom in 2016.
Right.
Yep.
So
congratulations.
And his brother took over. So yeah, I guess we're back with that again. What a strange! I didn't even think.
If there's anyone I want running an important position, it's Woody Johnson.
It's Woody Johnson, man. Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's so.
I didn't
funny,
even.
man.
It's just something. It hadn't even crossed my mind until I started thinking about football, and I guess yeah, all right, because it's one of the posts on the subreddit.
Yeah, I saw it the other day.
Also, Trevor
All right.
Lawrence, shoulder issues, might not play.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, somehow the Jags will get worse.
Or better, who knows?
They're playing the Vikings.
They'll lose, never mind. So, we had football.
Yes, we did.
Starting
We
with
had-
the Jets.
Yep. Rob
Yeah.
went to sleep and
I did.
did not realize his team had won into the morning.
Yep. I watched like what 3/4 of the game.
And there was not a lot that happened in those 3
no.
quarters.
No, in fact, actually, quite the opposite of not a lot. It was very embarrassing for 3/4.
Both teams played abysmally. The
True.
Texans are in so much trouble. They
Yeah.
have no receivers. They have no offensive line. Stroud has no time to throw, and it's just kind of collapsing back there. And I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they get Nico Collins back somewhat soon, but
Yeah.
that's not gonna fix the offensive line problems. Like even a little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, this is kind of a test of a QB a bit here that happens sometimes, right? Where things are kind of not so great, and can Stroud carry them?
I mean, I don't think even the best QB can carry behind a non-existent offensive line. I think that like elite
Yeah.
quarterbacks can get behind a bad offensive line and kind of be okay.
Yeah.
But behind a absolute tragedy like that is just it's
The best
not
example
good.
the best example I saw it was years ago. I think it was actually before the podcast. was it was definitely before the podcast actually. It was Peyton Manning on the Colts. It was when Curtis Painter took over when Peyton got injured. Do you guys remember that?
I do, yes.
That's too long
And-
ago for me.
Well, the Colts were like a perennial playoff team. Peyton Manning gets injured either in between the season or whatever. He's not starting at the start of the season. It's Curtis Painter. And the team goes like 2 and whatever. They get 2 wins and all the rest are losses, right? Peyton Manning comes back next year, basically the same roster, and they're immediately in the playoffs again, like potentially a Super Bowl contender. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. And then Andrew Luck came in afterwards and did the same thing. So
Yeah. But I think a game manager type quarterback can do that, like, oh, I don't have an offensive line. Well, then I'm just going to, paint the 10 yards in front of me and nothing else and dink and dunk down the field.
yeah, I mean, if you can get away, like that's kind of the only way, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers started doing that too the past 2 games. He's been getting the ball out like way quicker in general because our O line is shitty. It's kind of the only thing that you could do, right? Is like you just got to do quick passing.
Yeah.
You can't do long developing plays.
But hey, the Jets won a game.
They did.
Real.
Yeah, we're gonna that I'm sure will hurt our draft position down the line, and
This was
come back to
apparently
bite
like
us.
I was like me and Krendor, oh, we're upset picking this week. We got this,
Mhm.
and ain't no one thinking the Jets are going to win. They were a favored on the money line, so
That's funny.
yeah. I guess that wasn't the upset pick that I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans are banged up pretty bad.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, the Jets really, though, like, I did fall asleep after, like, the third quarter, but I went back and watched, what happened. And, I don't know. The Jets kind of almost barely won this game. If you know what I mean? It wasn't even...
They weren't particularly impressive. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I'm not enthralled and suddenly like, oh, the Jets. This wasn't the kind of win where you're like, okay, the season's turning around.
Right. Yeah.
This is the kind of win where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
I guess.
limped forward to a victory here. But I mean, a win's a win, I'll take that. That's cool, I guess. Stop putting the Jets on prime time. I did see they flexed one of the Jets games that were on prime time this week, so that's good. Because I think it was like Sunday Night Football or something. It was Jets Colts or something.
I think that was later, or yeah, I think that's 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now, maybe. Yeah.
I
Oh
think.
yeah, it is 2 weeks.
Yeah, Jets Colts. Yeah. So they flexed that, thank God, because who the fuck wants to watch the Jets in prime time anymore?
Yeah, but it's Bengals Chargers instead.
That's a much better game. I mean, that's at least 2 kind of good
That's
teams.
true. It is.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
Bengals are 4-5, Chargers are 5-3.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's fair.
Then we had Saints Panthers.
The get your coach fired kind of game.
Yep. The
I remember I told you guys if Derek Carr doesn't play, I'm picking the Panthers, and you were like, I'm still picking the Saints. No, the Saints are horrible. Oh my god.
Yeah, to lose to the Panthers. That's
Bryce
To
Young
lose to the
Panthers.
Bryce Young Panthers. This is the worst version of their team.
Yeah.
I feel
That's-
bad
He,
for
he
Bryce
didn't
Young.
even do anything. He went 16 for 26 with a touchdown and a pick and 171 yards. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. This, by the way, the Saints fired their coach. News.
Oh, I
Yes.
actually didn't see that either.
Yeah, Dennis Allen
I've
is
been
gone.
preoccupied with other. But
This game was
other news.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I this is a bottom of the barrel kind of game, man. Like,
This is a
remember
draft
when the
position game.
Real
Saints were
toilet bowl.
2-0 and everyone thought they were good? Yeah, honestly, me included, and
Yeah.
they've lost 7 in a row.
Yeah.
They beat
And
the
Alvin
they are-
Kamara is still
Panthers.
really good, though. I mean, that's one thing that's true. It's amazing that he made it through the trade deadline. And I mean, I can't imagine he stays with the Saints any.
I think he signed a contract.
Yeah, I mean,
mean-
I mean, you know what? I guess getting consistent money as a running back is also hard to find. So,
I think he also
from
just
what
likes it there.
yeah,
From what I've seen, I don't know if anyone would like it there. From what I've seen, this people are begging the Saints to be bad now. They're like, please, you have been delaying a rebuild for like 12 years.
yeah,
And
I
it's
agree.
done nothing but bad things. Please be bad now.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of agree. I mean, we talked about it on the podcast, but like, I always felt like after Drew Brees left, they were trying to, you know, do this like fake reload thing, and it's like, come on, you guys, it's like you lost your Hall of Fame QB. You're not. It's not gonna just be, you know, move around some pieces and we're back to form.
Yeah, they're doing the mediocre thing where they're not good enough to win it all, but not bad enough to be last. And that's
Yeah.
pretty much like being in last. Maybe even worse.
Yeah, it's worse. Yeah, for sure. You don't get the automatic pick. I mean, with that said, though, if you look at the first round picks of the last several drafts, right? They're not necessarily guaranteed, you know,
Well,
super
on the-
starters. You know,
On the quarterback side, for sure, but like, you're pretty. I think you're likely to hit someone good. I feel like.
oh yeah, that's definitely true. You're at least higher than any other draft position for sure.
Yeah, like the wide receivers this year. I mean, Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors look amazing.
Yeah,
You can
A
also
lot of the O
trade it.
linemen. Yeah,
Yep.
you'd also trade it and just load up on second and third round picks.
yeah. Well, that's if someone wants to trade with you too. That's the other.
Hey, there's always a dumbass team like the Panthers who would love to do something like that.
That's a true.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, getting the first overall, I think just getting in the top 10 is pretty much you're nearly guaranteed to get a pretty good player. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of
and-
bad teams,
Oh yeah, we
the
had
New
two
York
horrible games.
Giants,
Oh yeah.
Commanders won again.
Yeah, it was divisional, so it was close. It just feels it's so weird how divisional games are just guaranteed to be close so
Oh, yeah.
often for no reason.
They just know them. They know each other better.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, when you play someone twice a year,
Yeah.
even if the players kind of change, you still have you still kind of know them just better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
And
you
plus the
hate them more.
players. Yeah, exactly. The players do know that they're divisional games. They know how much more important they are, right? So like that makes their emotions heightened in the games.
Yeah.
So it naturally builds that rivalry kind of atmosphere.
I mean, there's even players like Stephon Diggs, where like he was with the Texans, but he was with the Vikings for so long that like he still hates the
Mhm.
Packers and like
Yeah,
Jair
right.
Alexander. So it's like players have like little things going on between them too.
I mean, there's nothing in this world that Bill Belichick hates more than the New York Jets organization. So
That's true. He bashed him on live TV numerous times.
Yeah, many times. Yeah, no, he really, really despises the Jets. And actually, you know, funnily enough, it's because he really didn't like Woody Johnson. And I agree, Bill.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, this was. I mean, it's also kind of a misleadingly close game. Like this is one of those where the Commanders were ahead pretty much the whole game, and the Giants made like a late comeback attempt that did not work.
Yeah, it was 24-10.
Yeah,
So Giants bad.
Giants still bad. A lot of really bad teams this year.
Everyone's going on that team. This team is going to look completely different next year.
Which is kind of crazy.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams that are either 2-6 or 2-7.
Wow.
That's bad.
Yeah. I don't know how statistically common or uncommon that is, though. That's like a third of the league, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Roughly.
it's
It is
normal,
a
but
lot.
It feels like a lot, yeah.
It does feel like a lot. I agree.
You think there'd be more 3-win teams, but there's two. Sorry. Yeah, no, there's 2 3-win teams.
Mm.
And that's just Dallas and New York.
When was the last time the NFL had a tie? Did we have one last season?
I think
Did we?
so.
If we did, we had one, but I don't even know if we had one.
I don't think we had one. I think
Last NFL tie. List of NFL
2022.
tie teams. Oh yeah, there you go. There wasn't one last year.
And it's Giants Commanders.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I thought of it.
Yeah, there were 2 in 2022, and then it seems like the rate is about 1 a year.
Yeah, on average, I guess. Yeah.
There's some that could have been a tie from watching them.
Mhm.
There's also
we
just
had
like
some more overtime this week.
new overtime rules. I think make it harder for there to be a tie as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of all the 2-win teams, the Miami Dolphins are the best one with Tua.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because
Yeah.
they were in this Buffalo-Miami game, moving on,
Mm-hmm.
till the end of it.
Nice segue. Excellent segue.
Yep. And then the Bills made like a 60-yard field goal to win.
If the
Yeah.
Dolphins had like a normal like team this year that wasn't riddled with injuries, or specifically, I guess, Tua's injury,
Mm-hmm.
this would look like a game where you're like, yeah, the Dolphins are good, and you'd think they'd be like, a 4-win team, like you think they'd be right in it, but because their season kind of collapsed, this game hurts all the worse for them because now it's like I don't think you're making the playoffs, even though you're kind of a good team.
Yeah, it'd be hard for them to claw back from this. Not impossible though. I mean, they still have 8 games, right? So 7 games? No, 8 games.
Yeah,
They're only 2 back.
No one is technically out. Everyone at 2 wins could win 8 in a row, go 10-7, and probably make the playoffs with that record. So this is the final week, though. I mean, you go to 8 losses, and you are basically completely eliminated mathematically.
Yeah. Although with the added playoffs, we have been seeing more like negative teams and neutral teams. Well, can't have neutral anymore, I guess.
A negative team can't go, and like usually unless it's within like their division leader, But
they have the past couple of years though, haven't they? There was like
I don't think wild cards have. I think division leaders we've seen negative teams.
You usually need 8 to 9 wins minimum.
Generally, yeah.
So,
yeah.
If you're not going to get 8 or 9 wins, you're probably not making it. But the Bills look good.
Yeah.
Bills are doing fine. I mean, they look exactly like the Bills that have been. Like it almost feels like nothing has changed to this point. They look like a great team that's going to go in looking way better than Kansas City into the championship game and then lose to them for some reason.
DeAndre Hopkins will have like 800 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Tua only missed 3 passes this game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He had a great game. It wasn't his fault at all. A-Chain had a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's what it was. In 2022, the Bucks went in at 8-9.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was that?
That was divisional though.
Wild card.
Wild card? What the fuck happened to the NFC that year?
It was they were up against the Cowboys. Cowboys won.
Oh, I remember. That's when the Buccaneers were really bad. Remember, it was like Brady's last year, and we were like, "How is this team winning?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember now. They were bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we had Chargers Browns.
Yeah, I don't know how this team beat the Ravens the other week. It makes no sense. Jameis Winston was awful. The Browns defense was awful, like blowing coverages and just looking terrible.
I mean, this is Jameis though. This is what he's like as a QB. He's very. If you remember Fitzmagic, Fitztragic, Jameis Winston, he hits those highs and lows, quarter to quarter.
Yeah, I remember seeing almost none of this game on Red Zone. It was like the Chargers, like there was 2 like blown coverage, Quentin Johnston, like big plays, and then the game was just over before it even started.
Yeah, Browns are bad.
They're bad. Still somehow better than they were though.
Yeah.
Somehow.
The Chargers 5-3.
Yeah, they kind of like came out of nowhere. Like,
I believe Jim Harbaugh, man.
well, I think it was more that they had like I think Herbert was injured. I don't remember if he was just he played all the games. I think I don't know if he missed one, but he just was playing bad because he was injured. And now that he's kind of healed up, it's like, oh yeah, the Chargers, they got a good defense.
Dude, I'm telling you, fucking Jim Harbaugh. Like that was in my ideal world, right? If I were a football god, football GM of the New York Jets, that's what I would have wanted: is fire Robert Saleh in the offseason, do whatever it takes to get Jim Harbaugh. But I don't think he would want to coach for New York.
He probably would have went to the Bears if they would have let him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would have been a smart move.
Yeah. I mean, the dude is just like he's a proven coach, and he has been for a long time. You know, like he's one of those rare cases. Like there's not really many guys like him kicking around, right? Like there's for me, another ideal scenario. The only one left, it seems to me, is Pete Carroll. Get Pete Carroll over, I'm in. You know,
He's kind of old though.
He is, but I mean, whatever. He's won more than pretty much any other Jets coach.
I'm with you, but I just feel like old coaches are dangerous just because every year they get older, and old can get crazy fast. You know, like
I mean that's totally true. But have you seen the Jets?
Yeah. No, I don't. It's not more. It's not a Jets thing. It's more of a just old person thing.
Yeah.
Then we had Patriots Titans.
We did.
I mean, this whole game was one cool play that Drake May made, and then the rest of the game sucked massive ass.
100%. Yep.
It was interceptions, just turnovers, just not good.
Yeah. No, it was two bad teams.
I just
Mason Rudolph, resident Tennessee racist, according to Apollo.
I didn't say he was racist. You can't twist words. First off, that episode never aired. We re-recorded it.
Oh, did we? Okay, yeah, but we still brought it up, didn't we?
We still brought it up. It would be very funny if we didn't. But I think it's messed up that you're trying to frame me for something I didn't say that wasn't recorded.
We got to get Mason Rudolph on the podcast.
Yeah,
he's got to defend himself.
100%.
Yeah. Dude, you would be surprised. I bet you if we emailed like some of these people that we joke about, at least one of them would be like, "Yeah, fuck it."
We could probably get like a backup offensive line or something somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's especially because they want to promote their show that they do.
Right.
Their podcast.
Exactly.
Everyone's got a podcast.
Right.
These teams suck though. They're bad.
These teams are two more 2-win teams. We had the Saints, Panthers, and Patriots, Titans. It's just it's that time of year where we know all the bad teams and we know all the good teams, and so whenever the two bad teams play each other, it's just like, fuck, I don't want to talk about this, man. Like this just wasn't fun.
And so we won't. But I will say, Drake May is actually pretty decent.
He looks. I'm not getting any Mac Jones vibes yet, but I'll let you know if they start to crop in.
He can actually make downfield throws, unlike Mac Jones.
I think when he was playing against the Jets and we murdered him, he was looking really good before we did the aforementioned murdering.
Right.
So I think he was primed to have the magic Jets unlocking that they've done so many times.
But yeah, you guys saw that happening. We got killed.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Can't let this happen. I mean, then you lost anyway.
Break his ankle. Twist him. Twist his nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he'll be
pull
good.
out his yam bag.
Cowboys, Falcons.
Speaking of nuts twisted,
all
Cowboys
in.
Suck.
All in.
Real stinky.
Cowboys suck so bad that 3-5 is too good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are.
I mean, Dak did get injured, in fairness.
I'm so annoyed as a Steelers fan that our two losses are to the Cowboys and Colts. That's just so pathetic.
That is pretty sad.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
but Kirk Cousins back, baby. You like that?
yeah,
I do.
I've been trying to say the Falcons are good, and now people believe me, and they're good.
I
He
still don't believe
finally,
you if I'm being honest.
Well, one day you will.
He finally balled out when I started him in fantasy.
Nice. You did it. You were the reason.
I was the reason.
Mhm.
I won this week, by the way, pretty well.
I don't want to
Nice.
talk. We'll talk about fantasy later.
I
man.
did not do well in fantasy. Actually, I haven't even set my
I
lineup.
did
It's
really
Thursday.
well in fantasy, Rob, and lost.
Oh, classic. That's
Yep.
classic.
Yeah, it
That's how
looks
it
like
goes.
Falcons are going to win the South. Cowboys are, yep, it's bad.
Yep.
It's real bad.
Yeah,
Yep.
So, Cowboys.
all in.
Cowboys.
Then we had the Bengals destroy the Raiders.
I mean, absolutely eviscerated. I mean, even this score is misleading. It was worse than this. It was like 20. It was like 41 to
Yeah.
7. It was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to happen. Like, the Bengals needed this game.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did.
The
I mean,
Bengals were underperforming for literally no reason for so long. It was annoying. Like, I'm not even a Bengals fan, and I was annoyed.
I mean, at 4-5 now, it does seem much more conceivable that they can, they have a path to the playoffs.
Oh, they're super in it for even the division still because they play the
Yeah.
Ravens one more time tonight, and they play the Steelers twice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe
Yeah,
Burrow.
no.
He's Joe Burrow. Like, he's going to carry him no matter what.
Yeah, he's gonna burrow him up.
And the
He's
Raiders.
gonna burrow him down.
Then there's the Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders suck. All these 2-win teams are so similar, honestly, in the way that they suck.
Yeah.
Don't have a quarterback, or the exceptions to that, I guess, would be like Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And no quarterback.
And the Saints. I think Derek Carr is he's good.
Like, I'm not going to say Derek Carr's better or worse than Trevor Lawrence. They're kind of the same, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
The rest of them, although, no real quarterback to speak of, and just bad.
Yeah.
Like, the Raiders need to they need a duo.
Because it feels like they were never.
Oh God.
What? Oh, audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like
warped
weird.
out
It
of
like lagged.
reality.
Yeah, it lagged out first, and then
Yeah.
you were in like another dimension.
Artie, she got tangled in a cable, and as most animals do, she freaked the fuck out and yanked it out really hard. So my
Classic.
mixer might just be dead. I might need to get a new one.
It's fine.
Might
now.
just be the cable.
Yeah, I'll wiggle some cables. No, what I was gonna say was the Raiders. They need to burn it all down, and start over. Like, it's a team that's
Oh, yeah.
also felt like they've never rebuilt, even though they haven't been good in like 20 years.
Well,
Yeah.
it was that weird thing, right? Because of the John Gruden stuff, right? He was their coach. He was coming in. They hired him on the most expensive head coach contract for 10 years, and then the bad emails
Did
came
the-
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
a little
and-
racism as a treat.
Yeah, just a bit. And then but since then they've been just kind of fumbling around with like a chicken without their head. You know what I mean?
They lost
Yeah.
that one playoff game, and that was about it.
Mhm.
Like, a few
I
years
heard, by the
ago.
way, murmurings that John Gruden might be coming back to coaching this season or next season, not this season.
He has, like, it's been long enough that, as we've seen the
Right.
past couple of days, that people forget stuff pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
I could see it. I don't want him to, but I could see it.
Watch him coach the Saints, like the Raiders of the NFC.
Right.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Let's
That's,
honestly, at this point, let's get all the problematic people. Let's get Antonio Brown back.
Yeah, why not?
Let's get that guy who like ran someone over or something, and let's
get him out of
I
bring.
think he's in jail. Yeah.
Yeah, get him out.
rugs, Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
get him out.
get him back. Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
It's called theming, all right.
Work release for
Yeah.
the NFL.
But yeah, Raiders suck.
Maybe they'll hire
Yeah.
Matt Patricia.
What's he doing? What's he up to these days?
Nothing
Oh.
good. Definitely nothing good.
Yeah.
Then we had Ravens Broncos. Can you believe the Broncos are bad?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
It,
can too.
Again, though, like I don't think the Broncos are weird because they seem like they're bad, right?
they're mid. I think they're mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think Bo Nix is super young. He's no Jaden Daniels, but he's not like a Bryce Young. He seems fine. God, Bryce Young's just going to become a comparison point for a while. But he's fine, and he might get better. I think there's a good chance he gets better. And I think they're just kind of on like they're playing with house money right now. They weren't supposed to be that good this year. They're 5-4 in the playoff hunt.
yeah.
This is kind of this is that kind of good humbling game where you don't start to think too highly of yourselves. This is the
Yeah.
kind of game I think you want to have. It's a good loss. You're like, shit, yeah, we still suck. We need to do better.
Exactly.
And you don't get like complacent with yourself. So
Yeah. But it's the kind of
Um,
thing that you kind of see from teams where you say next season this team might be this is one of those spooky teams. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they need
if
more.
if Bo Nix improves even like a little bit, because
Yeah.
I think he's fine. I don't think he's horrible. But if he improves even a little or moderate bit, this team gets like another wide receiver, like they're like I don't know if their defense is bad, even though they gave up 41 points to the Ravens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
It's the
this team
Ravens.
is a extreme contender next year if those pieces fall into place. They're not like a Panthers or a Saints where you're like, I don't know what the fuck this team's gonna do.
hmm
You're like, no, there's a route here. There's a path to fixing things next year.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of bad dudes, particularly in the coaching realm, they're coached by Sean Payton, right? So
Yes.
at least on that angle, not from a moral perspective, but from a coaching perspective, you got real competency there. This is a Super Bowl winning coach, a perennial playoff coach.
Well, let's remember, Super Bowl winning coaches no longer means they're good.
Not necessarily.
Mike
Yeah,
McCarthy would like a word with you.
Very much so. Yeah.
that's true. But I
But-
think Sean Payton is a little bit of a different.
Sean Payton's
situation.
no Mike McCarthy, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I just like I want to see success from a coach after they've won the Super Bowl rather than just saying
Yeah.
they won the Super Bowl. But I think Sean Payton has that. I think he continued to be good afterward and wasn't just he
Mhm.
wasn't riding on Drew Brees like McCarthy was riding on Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of bad coaching, the Chicago Bears.
It's official. They're bad. They're bad now.
I think,
Everyone knows it.
I think the scoop is in. Fix is in, not the fix.
No,
Well,
not the fix.
Honestly, that Hail Mary destroyed them as a team.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's gotta. It's gonna be the turning point. I think you already know it. I think everyone is gonna look back on this in like a year or 2 or 3 and be like, yeah, that was the point where this iteration of the Bears exploded, and it did not last very long.
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
True.
Caleb Williams, I think he's in the same boat as Bo Nix. Like I don't put him any better or worse than Bo Nix. I think
I actually kind of agree. Yeah.
he's fine, maybe a little bit worse than fine, like could improve. But that's the difference is that Bo Nix, we have hope that he'll improve in Denver. I don't think Caleb Williams is going to improve in Chicago. It's Chicago. This is what they do every
Yeah.
single year.
Yeah. In fact, it's the same coaching cycle that they've done. They had
Yep.
Trubisky, they had John Fox 1 year, fired, bring in Matt Nagy. Then fired Matt Nagy after they got Justin Fields for a year. Then they get rid of Justin Fields, get or you get Eberflus, and now it's like the cycle continues. Like they don't learn.
They should have fired Eberflus. They should have started completely fresh, even if that made this year more difficult.
Yeah.
They should have. I got kind of fooled because I was saying at the end of last year they have to fire Eberflus. You have to. Like he's just not good. But then after like Hard Knocks and just like Hard Knocks is the best like puff piece,
Yeah.
like propaganda. Like it'll make you think anyone's good. But like like you've just wasted a year for no reason.
Dude, honestly, the Bears have always to me felt like the Jets NFC.
They are.
The NFC Jets. Yeah.
One Super Bowl, won it
Yep.
with defense.
Never had a 4,000-yard passer. We've had one.
Yeah. It's where quarterbacks go to die, which is why, again, people are like, this is a generational guy. And I'm like, listen, it's Chicago. I'll believe it when I see it. And guess what? I'm seeing what I always see.
Yeah.
He has been sacked 29 times.
Oh my God.
He has the lowest pass accuracy rate. And I think part of it is because he's just running around back there. They haven't coached him. They have no scheme. It's just they got him and they're like, yeah, he's good. Throw him out there. And that's it.
I think they're also DJ Moore is kind of rioting. Like I think he wants out.
I think their whole team's like rioting.
I don't. There was a whole thing with him where he like.
Isn't he?
Well, no, there was a play where he just kind of gave up on the play and like it looked really weird. And it's people have basically been saying like, yeah, he loved, apparently DJ Moore loved Justin Fields, and he does not. Supposedly, this is hearsay. Supposedly, does not like Caleb Williams, and you do not want your wide receiver one not liking your quarterback.
Yeah.
And it might be simpler. Maybe he just doesn't like Chicago and wants out of there. But like, yeah, it's not looking good.
Maybe he doesn't like the Italian beef sandwiches.
Yeah,
that can't be it.
That can't be. That's impossible.
I really want to try one of those.
They're really good.
Sorry, you only get 700 Uncrustables.
Yeah, don't want any of those either.
Kyler Murray actually played terribly this game.
Yeah, he didn't do well.
Well, I mean, he's 13 of 20 for 154. Like, I mean, that's a low stat line, but it's not like a high incompletion rate or anything. I mean, it's just,
they were running all over
Why
him.
throw ball when run ball do job?
The big thing was,
it's really the thing,
right before halftime, they ran for like a 50-yard touchdown because the Bears played prevent defense.
3 different people have rushing touchdowns, and they have combined like 200 rushing yards. Like, you're not going to throw the ball when that's happening. I don't know. Arizona's pissing me off. They're leading the division, which doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Every time I've picked them, they've looked horrendous, like so bad that I'm embarrassed I picked them. And then every time I don't pick them, they suddenly do good. I have control over your team, Arizona. Are you a Cardinals fan? You should want me to pick against them.
So, Bears bad.
Yeah.
Eagles, Jaguars.
Oh boy.
Oh, do we care about anything in this game other than the fact that Saquon Barkley had the greatest 14-yard run in the history of the NFL?
Was amazing.
I watched that shit live, and I didn't believe what I saw. Like, I straight up was like, he didn't do that. He didn't just do that.
That was, I've never seen that. I mean, he hurdled a man joke goes back, I think, to the first season of this podcast.
Yeah.
Right? He hurdled a man backwards.
Yeah,
it's insane.
And he made it look entirely on purpose. Like,
it
wasn't
within
like
the flow of his movement.
It was it wasn't like a weird like, oh, I've been knocked around and I'm just gonna, like, no, he was like,
it wasn't like he was trying to show off either. He was just in that position, and that was how he would get past that defender.
It's so crazy because it only got him like an extra 2 yards or something.
Yeah,
but fuck, man, and it wasn't isolated. He had like 2 other jukes, one of which was also really good. It was like a spin double move or some shit, and it annihilated the defender. It's just, man, wow. Giants.
It's wild.
What happened? The New York Football Giants. What the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
Every week you're like, you're dumb for this. And then other people are like, you're dumb for this. And then I go onto Reddit and I see like quotes from like professional players and coaches and commentators. And they're like, you're dumb for this. It's like, how does this happen?
They drafted him with what? The 2nd overall pick when they drafted him, right? Or the first? Not the first. The 2nd, right?
He was up there, yeah.
I don't remember, but I just...
He was, 2nd overall pick. He was the 2nd overall pick, like, not even that long ago. That was in the Sam Darnold draft, I think. So,
it's wild. And to move off of that to go into like the other thing, like, I've never seen a football team outplay their own coach so much more than the Eagles. Like the Eagles are a great team with a horrendous coach, and they keep winning in spite of their bad coach.
Yeah, in
Like
fact,
Nick
they almost
Sirianni
lost
is
this one.
They almost
Yeah.
lost this one. Like
Really
Sirianni is horrible. He like went like I'm all for like aggression and you guys know me. I love when teams go for it, when they do trick plays and they Dan Campbell it up. But like watching Dan Campbell succeed and even fail in his like aggressive nature, you're like, I like this. This is good energy. Watching Nick Sirianni, you're just like, this doesn't feel the same. Like this just feels like you're being stupid. Like this doesn't feel smart and calculated. You just look mad and you want to go for it for some reason.
Yeah.
Like it's embarrassing.
That's the Italian in them. We're very embarrassing.
Honestly, like we should have known this guy was a clown when he cried at the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Like that was.
I don't remember that, but that's hilarious.
Dude, I think you specifically would find it very funny.
Oh, that sounds like I would.
It's
find it funny
it's
now.
not just crying. It's like emotional, like movie crying of like like he's like his eyes are closed and mouth's open and he's like looking up slightly. Literally exactly that.
Or when he brought his kid up to deflect all the questions.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna say arrows.
He is an absolute clown.
Yeah, he deflected the arrows with his kid too.
But poor Jacksonville again. I mean, it was like we barely talked about. I don't think we talked about them at all. They're just there. They're just there.
Yeah.
They just get worse every year.
They do.
They need a new coach.
They really seem to. Yeah,
a lot of teams need a new coach, actually.
But you know what's weird? I mean, well, at least for me, I didn't think Doug Peterson was that. I thought Doug Peterson had some, some credibility.
He's kind of like Mike McCarthy, I think.
From what I heard from Eagles fans, he's actually kind of like a Belichick a bit, where he gets his family involved. I think that's the thing with Doug Peterson. Yeah, right.
He's overstayed his welcome. Like his intention, he was a bridge coach, and this bridge has gotten way too long.
Yeah.
Well, I think that wasn't the intention. I thought for them was like, okay, we got Urban Meyer, which was like a flyer of a college coach, and that went real bad.
As bad as it could go.
Yeah. So let's try instead a fucking Super Bowl winning coach who just got out of his Super Bowl winning team, and he has some pedigree here. Like he came from the Andy Reid tree, right? Like he then went on and won a Super Bowl. Like he should be that kind of like respected professional coach that's gonna take them at least to the playoffs, but it hasn't materialized, at least in Jacksonville, in the past 2 years.
Well, they went to the playoffs once.
I guess, yeah.
And they had that comeback win against the Chargers. That was hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. Like there's a reason he was no longer with Philadelphia. And I think there was a sense of like, this coach doesn't really have it anymore. And I don't know.
I think he is like a Mike McCarthy. Like I think he's a good guy. I think people like him, but they don't have that like strategic football ability that other coaches have, like McVay or LaFleur or anybody.
I don't know. You've just signed Lawrence to a big deal. You got him some pieces and it's not working. You got to look at the other piece, and that's the coach.
Yeah.
I think they're wasting time right now.
Look, I'm also I generally don't like doing this. Well, I don't like doing this in general, but I mean, it's kind of part of the podcast and talking about football. It's kind of shitting on people you don't know. But I just want to say it. I think it actually is kind of Trevor Lawrence too. Like, I think it might be time to kind of call it there.
You just signed him to a giant contract.
I know, but I mean, like, I feel like the next coach that comes in isn't gonna want to come in with the baggage of Trevor Lawrence, and because the thing is, when you get your new coach, it's what's going to happen is the expectations for him are going to be the same as Doug Peterson, which is that Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be the guy, like the generational talent guy. And so far, none of the coaches have made him look that way, right? So that's what you're supposed to do as a head coach. I mean, if I were getting offers, like if I was a guy who was discerning, who was good, right? Like who wanted to look at jobs as a head coach in the NFL, I don't think I'd want to come in with all that baggage,
I mean, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna get rid of Lawrence, then you need to have some kind of plan of attack past that. Like,
yeah, I don't even know what you
you're
would
bad
do.
now. If you want to get rid of Lawrence, then fire Peterson and start losing some more, and then surprise kick Lawrence, shop Lawrence out, try to get a good pick for him, and draft it out this year or draft it out next year.
Right.
Get a quarterback, trade for a veteran or something. Like, I don't know. Can't you got to do something.
Yeah.
If you don't think Lawrence is the guy, I don't think they're going to do that. But
I just think if you keep Lawrence around, you're gonna fire Doug Peterson. I think you're gonna limit your options as to who would want to come here, come to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
Like you're gonna get guys. Yeah,
like Lawrence has had two options, right? He's had Urban Meyer,
yeah,
and he's had Doug Peterson, who has not been the coach. We talk about the guy, like Doug Peterson hasn't been the coach besides of maybe one successful year.
Yeah.
I mean, 1.5, you want to count the year before that. And so I don't know, has Lawrence even gotten a fair shot of things? Like, I don't know if he has.
I mean, I think he's in the kind of organization that's not dissimilar to the Jets. They're very dysfunctional.
The Bears.
Right,
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they're very dysfunctional. They don't know how to develop their players at all, if they're even attempting to do so. So yeah, he's had a real rough time. And I think if you look at his record with that with that in mind, he's done pretty well, right? At least stats wise, over the years.
I mean, yeah, you look at quarterbacks who are with those teams. There's like Darnold, Geno Smith. You look at even like how good teams take players like Malik Willis and make them good. And then you watch like generational talents go to these teams and they get like obliterated.
Yeah.
And it's
so I mean, yeah. So it's a factor, but I also think like he could potentially, like, this was Drew Brees' trajectory too, a little bit, right? Where he was supposed to be good. He looked kind of lackluster coming out of college because he was on a shitty team. Then he gets traded to the Saints, and all of a sudden he's a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, that, I don't know. It kind of seems like that could be a positive path for Trevor Lawrence too.
Yeah, I think that he just needs a coach that's going to actually coach him better.
Yeah.
Speaking of Geno Smith, Rams Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro really put the game into overtime and gave my fantasy opponent like 30 extra points through one guy just to lose anyway.
Yeah.
So annoying, man.
Yeah. I almost thought this game was going to be a tie for a while. But
yeah.
Rams got the touchdown at the end.
Yeah, they did manage to pull it out.
Which Rams are rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to 4-4. They're in it. They're in this shit.
Turns
fully
out
in it.
they just needed their receivers.
Yeah. Turns out when you aren't injured and you have a good team, you are good. Crazy.
Yeah. This is why I argue for armor.
I think the NFC West might be the closest division.
Probably. I mean, it's literally
I don't even think
everyone's hovering around 500.
I don't think it's might. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like any of those teams can win it.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, but I feel like the sleeper in this division right now is San Francisco.
It is kind of funny, yeah.
Right?
'Cause I would still pick them to win it, I think.
Me too, probably. What's actually going on with CMC, by the way? Is there been any update on that?
I have no idea.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
He's in.
Oh, he returns to 49ers practice after lengthy IR stint. He's back on the practice field as of
damn.
now. Yeah.
So he
As
might be
of
back.
3 days ago. Yeah. So I think he's back.
That would be wild. Sorry, I was just panically checking my opponent this week and making sure they're not the person who had CMC.
Yeah. Wait, oh shit. No, who am I playing? Does he have CMC?
Yep.
Fuck
That's
me!
actually pretty funny.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, he's gonna go off.
Oh, god damn it.
It says when
Well.
asked if Christian McCaffrey would return for Week 10 against the Bucks, Niners coach said he's not hurting.
Oh shit, I'm so fucked.
A decision will be made at kickoff.
Okay. So that means he's playing.
Probably.
Yeah. That's a smoke screen so that they don't know whether to prepare for him or not. Shit.
Speaking of
Well,
being prepared,
Yeah, sorry, to the point that we were just talking about, Niners are suddenly back in the picture.
oh yeah. Detroit Lions were very prepared.
Indeed they were.
They honestly, the score is misleading. The Lions won even harder than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It was
was
Absolute beatdown.
I will say the Packers did shoot themselves in the foot numerous times. And I said before this game happened, I was like, I think the rain actually favors the Lions. And I was right.
Mm.
It was
Yeah.
The Packers just penalties, interceptions, not capitalizing in the red zone, 6 drops, including a drop touchdown, bad snaps, pretty much everything that could have went wrong, and the Lions made 0 mistakes. It was just, that was it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best team in football. Like, I
100%.
feel like I've been saying it for a while, and I took a little bit for these fucking power ranking boys to catch up. But they were number 1 last week, weren't they? The Lions? I don't remember. I thought so.
Yeah,
But,
It's probably the Chiefs.
This was just the Packers made just so many goofs and so many gaffes, and the Lions just made 0. And so I'm still not too worried. Like, losing to the Lions, whatever.
It never feels bad losing to a really good team.
Yeah, especially when like your team makes so many dumb mistakes, which that's kind of what happened to the Packers last year, and then the second half they cleaned up a lot of those. So that's kind of what I'm hoping, because I mean, last year we were 3-6 at this point, so much better position to be in as well. So
I mean, the Packers lost to the Lions, the Vikings, and the Eagles. Their 3 losses are 3 very good teams. So you're not upset about this performance.
Yeah, exactly. And so my main hope is just that they clean everything up. That's really it.
Yeah. I mean, you even held the Lions to 24, which honestly, this season at least is a feat.
It was because
The
of
rain. The rain might have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Lions good.
Lions are real good though.
And
however, they're still probably going to lose to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Vikings, Colts.
Vikings don't look as good as they were looking, but they got the job done. I mean, Darnold threw some bad interceptions.
Yeah,
that's Darnold.
I'm happy that Joe Flacco looked like shit. That's what I've been saying forever, is he's not a good quarterback.
No.
It's funny. Your Ravens animosity translates to player hatred even after they leave the team.
Yeah, but I'm right. Just because that's true doesn't mean I'm not also right.
That's fair enough.
Like, we knew the Vikings wouldn't go undefeated. Like,
no,
but they're still not like they're like a solid playoff team.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, they've got. I mean, they've got all the pieces. They've got Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is very good. Like, he's very good.
Yeah. Main thing with the Vikings is just health, like being healthy.
And they honest. Oh well, they did lose that O lineman 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, which sucks.
But they got the Jaguars good O-lineman to replace him, and he played well. So they filled that hole very quickly.
And they play the Jaguars this week, so.
Well, what do you know? Meanwhile,
But, dude,
Colts are better.
well, yeah. I was just gonna say that Sammy D, he's a gunslinger, so he's gonna be, even if he maintains his goodness that he's had this year, he's probably still gonna throw a lot of picks and bad balls. He's gonna throw into triple coverage, but it's been working out for him this season. So
Look at
Jordan Love
Justin
classic.
Jefferson. Throw at Justin Jefferson.
yeah, dude, Justin Jefferson, we're kind of almost burying the lead a little bit with it. He really is. When you talk about generational talents, right? Because that's thrown around a lot in the NFL. This dude.
Usually there's an argument about who the best wide receiver in football is. There's no argument with him. He is the best. There is no question.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, the people that he's competing with, as far as his stats, are like Jerry Rice and shit. Of that most yards in the first 5 years, kind of thing. That's absurd.
Like, I think only Jamar Chase is probably there. Like, that's about it.
And that's like that's a unique situation too, because that's like a chemistry thing partially between him and Burrow, who they've known each other for years now, right? Played together.
Yeah. I think AJ Brown is kind of in that. We kind of forget about him because he gets injured, but
he is really good. But I still Justin Jefferson though is
no. That's what I mean. Like, I just mean if we're bringing in like these guys are kind of close to him angle. I think there are more
for sure
in that kind of close angle.
Like right now, the only two receivers over 700 yards are those two.
That's true.
Yeah.
So they are good.
Yeah.
Then we had Buccaneers Chiefs.
It literally the most Chiefs game you can't frame a more Kansas City Chiefs game than this one. It had it all.
Yeah.
It had your refs. It had your Kansas City winning the coin toss in overtime and not giving the ball away. It had your playing bad against a pretty banged up, injured team that has like no wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
All of the ingredients mixed into one.
Can you guys believe that DeAndre Hopkins is good? That sure is crazy.
Investigate the Tennessee Titans.
Dude, it reminds me of, remember back in the day, it was the same thing with the Patriots, where it's like somehow teams would gift them great players. And it's frustrating. Very frustrating.
The crazy part is, like, I think they got him for what, a fifth?
Yeah,
fourth?
like nothing.
Like, they got Hopkins for the same amount that the Cowboys got fucking random Panthers dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, he's the best wide receiver they've had on the team since Tyreek Hill, I feel like, at this point.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right?
Like, he made an insane triple coverage catch.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's. I mean, for just as an aside, Baker Mayfield, literally his whole wide receiver core is gone.
Yeah.
And he's still 202 touchdowns against a pretty good Kansas City defense.
Yep.
This is a good quarterback.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I agree.
He's definitely a good quarterback.
He's fully top 15. I think he's probably 10. Yeah, he's top 10.
Easily.
Yeah, I'd put him top 10.
I mean, and even looking at his record right now, like he's I mean, yeah, he's kind of on pace to throw 30 plus touchdown this year. Like, that's
he's
pretty wild.
23.
Yeah.
Leads the league. Which is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
insane.
hardcore. Yeah.
So
Shake and bake, baby.
Buccaneers, probably the best 4 and 5 team, I would say.
Yeah.
It feels so bad for them because they are going to get Mike Evans back this season. Like Godwin's out for the season. So when Mike Evans gets back, if they can just win a couple games in his absence, yeah, I mean, this is an easy wild card. Maybe even division. I mean, it's going to be so hard for them to win the division being down 0-2 to the Falcons. But
yeah,
easily like a shoe-in wild card team with Mike Evans back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because right now, actually, I don't know. It's going to be close. Right now, it's Lions, Commanders, Falcons, Cardinals, Vikings, Eagles, Packers. And so you still have the 49ers, Rams, Buccaneers, Seahawks all fighting.
Oh, yeah.
So
that
it's
is
actually
tough.
really close. So actually, I'm not sure that they do make the playoffs.
That's gonna be tough. But I mean, again, like we're saying, Baker Mayfield's been playing lights out this year, so I mean, who knows how some things are gonna shake out as the season goes on. Plus, you never know with injuries to any team
Let's
as well.
see. They just played the Chiefs. Okay, so they have the Niners coming up. That's a
big.
tough one.
That's really tough.
But then they have
especially
a bye.
with CMC back.
They have a bye week, and then it's the world's easiest schedule.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Giants, Panthers, Raiders, and then their hardest game, the Chargers, which is good for a hardest game. Then the Cowboys, Panthers, Saints. That is an easy schedule.
That is a
is
very
pretty
cupcake
easy.
schedule.
So do not count this team out. If they can, again, like I said, squeak wins out without Evans. Evans comes back, easy schedule. That's a playoff team, regardless of the other teams, in my eyes.
I could see that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
especially with Baker Mayfield leading the team. And also on the other side, for the Chiefs, the team that won the game, I said it in our group, and I'll say it for the podcast listeners. They're gonna do it. They're gonna three-peat, and you should just mentally prepare yourself now, because it's gonna happen.
Oh,
There's
I'm
nothing we
prepared.
can do about it. Yeah, you just accept it. Grieve while you can.
I'm running out of things to mentally prepare for, Rob. I don't have the capacity for that.
Well,
I have to have a little bit of hope for one singular kind of good thing happening. Scratch that. One singular not bad thing happening.
Well, did you see that baby hippo?
I'll wither away. I'm
I
gonna
do like
punt
them.
that little fucker. It's Moodang, you're on notice. This is your fault. Idiot loser.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. She would bite you.
She's too small.
And
I'm too
Yeah.
fast. She can't catch up.
it's probably true, actually.
power rankings.
Power
Power rankings.
Power
Do it in the Mario Party announcer voice. Power rankings.
ranking.
No, see, sorry, I'm gonna have to detour for a bit because I was gonna make this joke while playing Mario Party and I got really interrupted, so I never did it again. But
Okay,
like
okay.
everything in the Mario universe is like wahoo, yeah, whoa, you got that, like it's just
Mhm.
crazy. All the creatures are made like Yoshi and making weird cartoony noise, and then in Mario Party you load in, and then the turn announcer is like new turn.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I'm like, where's this normal woman coming from? This isn't a Mario character. Like,
dude, that's what actually, speaking of Mario, because I just learned something recent because I was looking at Zelda timeline stuff, and I learned that did you know that Mario has a timeline? There's a timeline to Mario games, and there's lore. There's like lore to the universe of Mario and like how the Mushroom Kingdom was formed, and there's like a mushroom god. There's a
mushroom
whole
god.
I don't know about a mushroom god. I'm kind of making that
'cause
part
that
up,
sounded
but
too cool, so I knew it couldn't be true.
that would be pretty cool. Maybe that's the next game. Who knows? I'm just saying. And then they added in the lore in that one recent game where there are just regular people in New Donk City,
Yeah,
just regular humans.
but then also Mario is from New York,
right? Yeah,
based on the movie, so it's all fucked up, man.
John Leguizamo's hanging out. I mean, it's all chaos in the Mario world. That's all I'm saying.
Top
Power rankings.
5
Power rankings.
teams, starting with Rob.
I'm gonna say the Chiefs.
Yep.
Bills.
Yep.
The Lions.
Yep.
Ravens.
Yep.
The
I don't think it's changed from last week, brother.
I don't remember what it was last week. I don't remember anything.
Just say it. I think you were gonna say it.
Commanders?
Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I don't think the top 5 changed.
All right. Fair enough.
There you go. Thinnest dink, 5 spots.
Ooh.
Jets.
Nope.
What
Come
the
on.
fuck?
The Jets are already they're in the garbage bin.
That's what I mean. They won a game. When you win a game in the garbage bin, you go up.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
The Niners?
Nope.
They didn't. No, they're on a bye week. You don't move that much on the bye week.
Yeah, but CMC's potentially back. That would move you up.
They're a division leader.
A division. I was gonna say Cardinals. Oh, before you said that, I
Yes.
was gonna say Cardinals. I should have
Right.
said it so I
It
looked
is
smarter.
Cardinals. 5 spots for the
I would've looked way
Cardinals.
smarter.
19-14. Fattest doinks. 2 of them. 4 spots.
Ooh.
Texans.
Nope.
I gotta. My first guess is always wrong.
The Colts?
Nope.
Bears.
Yep.
13-17.
Bears and boys.
Nope.
Fuck.
I will say the Seahawks.
Nope.
Shit.
They had a bad loss.
They had a
Bad
bad loss.
loss.
The Broncos.
Yep. 11-15.
Oof.
Okay.
How many
that
divisions
bad.
do not have a team in the top 10?
Oh.
Wait,
What'd you say the
this is
Cardinals
almost
moved
a
up
math
to?
question.
You said 15 to 11.
19-14.
Oh wow, that's way lower than I thought. Well, there's one.
Yep.
How many do not have one? That's one. Are the Texans still in the top 10? That's the question. I wouldn't. I would think not, because they're probably like 11th or 12th. So that's 2. I'm gonna say 2.
I'm going to say 1.
It is 2.
Shit.
NFC South is the other one.
What? The Texans are ranked higher than the Falcons?
I guess so.
What the fuck are you talking about? Who is this guy? Ed Holm?
Edmund.
What are you talking about?
Edmain.
Hold on, let me just see where they are.
I mean, they do have an even record.
Yeah,
The
but the Falcons
Texans-
are clearly better.
Texans
Falcons
are
have
10.
been winning.
Texans
Falcons
are
are
10.
Texans are 10. Falcons are
Falcons
11.
11.
Unbelievable. I scoff at you. Switch them.
Which teams have the longest active dink and doink droughts?
Oh. Chiefs?
No.
Really?
Steelers doinked this year. It's not them. Have this. I don't know if the Steelers have dinked in a while though. I'm gonna say Steelers for dink and for doink. Did you say Chiefs? I think.
Oh,
that's good.
we're separate? They're separate categories?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think you would be right with Chiefs being undoinkable, and I think Steelers are undinkable.
Steelers are the doink drought.
Really?
drops.
I got it wrong. I got opposite.
They had 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9.
Oh.
And then Saints, 7 straight doinks
Wow.
from 8 down to 26.
I really, I think I've guessed.
This just this season?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought the Steelers doinked on one of their losses this year. I guess I was wrong.
One team is in the same rank that they were at the start of the season. Who is it?
Panthers?
Nope.
Chiefs?
Nope.
Well, we covered both extremes.
Yeah, it's not one of those. It's got to be like maybe like the maybe like
a mid team?
No, I think it's gonna be just another bad team, but not the worst team, like the Giants or something.
I'll try a mid one. Let's try the Titans.
It is the Colts.
Okay.
Oh, it is a mid one. You were right.
Yeah.
One.
I was gonna say them. It was the same division.
Of the 2 3-win teams, which ranks higher, the Jets or Cowboys?
Cowboys.
It is the Jets.
What?
I was gonna say Jets.
22 and 23.
I guess Dak's dead, so
Dak is dead.
Yes.
that's fair. Yeah.
If anyone is curious about Apollo's bonus stat, the 3 teams he hasn't picked against are Eagles, Ravens, Lions.
Ah.
I haven't picked against the Eagles? That's
Nope.
a surprise. Ravens and Lions, I believe, 100%. Well,
Huh.
I ain't picking against the Eagles this week looking at the game.
Yeah.
Bonus stats.
Bonus stats.
Yes.
Bonus stats.
Someone else read them so I don't have to keep talking.
Okay. Hallowed ground. Oh yes, we're Halloween themed. This is lovely.
Mm.
It's been so long since Halloween. Rob went 49-15 through October this season.
Wow.
The second best single month ever. I'm glad you let me read this one.
No problem.
This is lovely. And yeah, the first was Sinvicta at 39-11-11. Which, you know what? I had 10 more wins, so suck it, Sinvicta. Overall, this October was the best month of pick'ems ever at a combined 270 to 114. 70%.
Yeah, I don't want to dunk on you, but I'm gonna do it. I think the second stat is like saying what I'm gonna say, which is that if you just didn't pick like almost any upsets, you did very well this month. It's been an incredibly light upset month.
Is that what's
week,
happening though?
Every week in pick'ems, I pick like 1 to 3 upsets, and they're either all wrong or only like one is right. Like it's how I've felt at least over the past month. I'm like, I gotta stop picking these upsets. They're useless.
We were very aligned last week. I do remember that.
Yeah, I think you picked with the Discord exactly last week, if I'm not mistaken.
That might be true. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, anyway, taking a flyer, Krendor has picked the Jets for 8 straight games, making them his second most picked team this season.
New York Packers,
behind
dude.
only the Packers. Oh, man. Overall, the Jets have received the same number of host picks, 23, as the Falcons, Packers, and Steelers.
That's insane. To be fair, the Jets have had like all 1-score losses for most of their season and probably should have won a lot of those games we picked them for.
Yeah, that's true. However, if you ask Krendor without having him watch the games, he would say the Jets are 8-0 right now.
That is true. Yep.
I think it's an entirely realistic possibility based on their scores and their team, like genuinely.
As a Jets fan, I'm going to say it's
that
entirely
part, yes.
unrealistic.
No, that part, yes. But like based on like the games, like you're like, how? Come on.
And also, can I just say the art of these first 2 so far? Excellent. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Big fan. I like the Jets paper airplane.
I did actually pick the 49ers the week 1 though against them.
Oh,
so that
okay.
was 9 weeks ago.
Right. Fair. Okay, so they would be 8-1.
Yes.
Yeah. The hot hand. Bear remains perfect, predicting the Titans this season, 8-0. This was the first time this year that Bear, Apollo, and Rob didn't all agree on a Titans game. Oh, interesting. What did Bear say, and what were we wrong
about? Titans. He picked the Titans, and we all picked the Patriots.
Oh,
and the Titans won.
Oh yeah.
You know,
in overtime.
That's kind of fair. There's too much faith in the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
On list to ride. Oh wait, is there more? Oh no, okay. It's like little birds. I thought there were secrets. There are 3 teams that Apollo has yet to pick against this season. It has worked out well for him as he is 22-7 in those games, locks included. Did you tell us?
Grindor just told us this for the bonus stat. Yeah, there are secrets. So look at the bird. Look more closely at the birds.
There's secrets.
Look at the birds.
You're right. There are secrets.
There's a raven in the birds.
There's a raven in the birds. And Krendor spoiled it before we even read it.
I did spoil it.
Where's the Lions and where's the Eagles though?
That's a good question. It might have something. I was noticing the
colors.
The colors, and there's not a full set of carriages, so there's probably some meaning there too.
This is the puzzles only become more obtuse as time goes on.
How long
He didn't like that I was solving them so easy. He made them harder.
How long do you spend on these? These are incredible. I can't make riddles like this.
There's a symbol on the 4. I can't read it. Oh no, that's one of the lights in the background. Never mind.
Yeah, Paula's moved over to his like
I gotta
forensic
figure this
desk.
shit out, man. There's 6 green and 2 red.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're all like
yeah.
numbered and stuff. There's something
they're
there.
all
6 and
numbered.
2. Are the Eagles 6 and 2? No, they're 7 and 2, aren't they?
Isn't that a 4?
No, they're
Is that
6
not a
and
4?
2, and they're green. The 6
let's
and
go.
2 is the Eagles.
Wow.
He's doing it.
Is that right? So wait, where are the Lions? That's the 6 and 2 is the Eagles.
There's a red 4.
Oh, and the Reds are probably the weeks the Eagles lost. Right? Hold on. I'm solving it. What weeks did the Eagles lose?
Question.
It doesn't fucking say on the I hate the subreddits that don't tell you.
You can see it on ESPN. That's what I'm usually on. Hold on.
Eagles season record.
They lost on week 2 and week 4.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yep.
I was right. Where are the
Yep.
Lions? Where is he? Where's Detroit? What could Detroit be? Where?
Is he in your glasses reflection?
No,
Maybe.
it's too
It might
small.
be, yeah.
That'd be too small, wouldn't it?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know.
I'm blowing it.
I'm zooming in.
I'm gonna zoom in here. The name is really weird. Is it on list to ride? The Pride? Like the
Okay,
Lions? No,
okay.
that's too stupid. That's stupid.
That is kind of stupid, but also on list to ride sounds like it's almost a saying.
It does. It had maybe. I think that's the only other place there could be meaning.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually tells me in the thing.
Oh fuck! It's not that. Well, it's got to be that. I just don't know what it means. OLR.
I think we just don't know whatever the phrase
It's an anagram. Lion something. It's got to be an anagram.
Lions.
You did get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the
Detroit
full?
Lions.
Detroit
Lions. That makes
I
sense.
love
Okay.
this shit, man.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It really is
Yeah,
crazy.
Again, like our podcast is kind of secondary to this.
I love puzzle games. I love them.
Yeah. This is great.
I really shouldn't have said the teams.
Yeah, you really spoiled it all.
But you know what?
So
It
I
made it
saw
more
this
fun.
on Tuesday, and I knew that there was something with the colors. So I was gonna look no matter what. Like I ain't getting past that.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, he did a great job of indicating that there's a puzzle here, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Give us another
fun.
puzzle next week.
No, don't
Yeah.
don't
Well, I
don't,
mean,
don't
yeah,
overheat.
make
Don't
it-
overheat.
yeah.
That's true.
You do
If,
what
if
you
you
want.
if you think of a good idea, do
Yeah,
it. But don't no
don't-
overheat. Take your
don't
time.
worry. No pressure,
Yeah.
you know.
Final stand.
And you must have felt so bad when Krendor read out the
That's
spoilers.
Yeah.
Must have known.
well. So here's the thing. I for sure knew Ravens and Lions were two of them because I knew I had picked against the Chiefs one week already because I picked the Saints for some fucking reason. So I knew that was the two of them. I didn't. The Eagles. I had no idea. That one I probably wouldn't have figured that out if I didn't know it was the Eagles.
Yeah.
When Krendor was first saying it, I thought he was referencing something from last week. That's why I didn't, But then when we got here, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, that's incredible. Excellent
That
work,
was
Pixel
really
Haven.
fun. That kind of made my day.
Yeah. That was
was
great.
pretty fun.
That was very good. Very good. I appreciate it greatly. What goes up? Randy falls to 0-12 predicting Monday Night Football games this season. So he's got the reverse effect going on. If he predicts Monday, it's the opposite.
Well, he's also this is like his first week that wasn't awful. Like he's been doing so statistically bad for a coin flip.
Yep. Last season, he was the only one with a winning record on Monday night games. Wow. It's almost a coin flip, you could say, season to season, whether he'll do well on Monday night games. That's wild.
It is.
So we've got he's at 12 is pretty fucking long. That's almost a whole season.
That's
if he could get to 17 straight games, would be pretty incredible.
He won't. The thing about coin statistics is that we're making him flip like 15 coins a week or some shit on average.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at those coin flips in a lot of different orders. So inevitably some of those orders will have statistical anomalies that are interesting.
And one of them counts as 2 flips. Because it's a lot.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, again, I recommend Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Dead. There's a very relevant scene at the opening of the play. Excellent. Excellent.
To be fair, the most statistically insane thing is that even after this many coin flips, he's still way under 50%.
It is amazing, actually. And this is why I've liked Randy for a while, because I want it to be at the end of the season, he's not at 50. Either he's like way above or way below, you know?
It is pretty cool to see that, yeah.
Yeah. More fun.
Well, this week's assistant coach is Danny Boy, who has a 71% record for this season.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
The pipes are calling.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. We should just listen to what he says.
We should. Here we go. Bengals Ravens.
Oh, wait, we didn't look at the records. We got to talk the records.
Right.
What are you talking about? Come on now.
All right, look at the records.
And fantasy.
Oh, yeah, and fantasy, yeah.
You can do the records.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay, yeah. Krendor came in at 13-3, tying with both myself and Discord for the second best record this week. Next to Bear, who is not here. He ditched us. He said he had better things to do, and he hates us.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, but it is what it is. You know, that's how it goes with bears. They're chaotic creatures. He went 14-2, and Apollo coming in just behind at 12-4, tying with Shimmer, our assistant coach of the week from last week. Meanwhile, Randy went 11-5. Again, as we mentioned, his best week probably this season.
Yeah.
And the stats on our overall records of the season, a regular season win rate, you could say, as it is notated on the diagram, shows a pretty close race. Me and Discord tied dead even right now, actually, with the exact same record. So that's interesting. So you either have democracy on one hand or an alpaca. I think that the alpaca is going to win. You guys can chime in too, so I'm not just speaking the whole time. I mean, I don't know. Well, then, yeah, so I'm currently tied with Discord at 69.4% on the season. Meanwhile, coming up close behind is Bear at 66.7, repeating, of course, and Apollo just behind him at 64.6. Meanwhile, Krendor tied up with, what is that, the assistant coaches?
I believe so.
Okay, tied up with the assistant coach's record. And meanwhile, encroaching on the coach's record in Krendor, the coach's record, is Randy, who's way down at 42.9%. And as we were mentioning, he may very well end the season well below 500, which would be quite fun to see. A lot of talking for me. Yeah. I haven't streamed in a while.
Dude, the Coach Krendor role, it's not for everybody. Getting roasted.
Yeah. I mean, I just haven't, usually you guys don't let me talk that long, so it's
backup quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not used to it. Yeah, not used to it anymore.
Yep.
Well, here we go. Bengals, Ravens.
You want to talk about fantasy?
Oh, wait, yeah.
He doesn't want to say another word, guys. He's done.
I actually had a great fantasy week.
Yeah. I did, and then lost, as I said.
Well, I've now taken quite well.
I've taken back the record for most points scored against from Krendor.
Classic.
Or no, Krendor still has me beat by like 20 points. But I'm second.
Yep.
And I'm also still second in points scored, man.
Well, I was up against the second highest scoring pourer this week. And
that went
They
up
poured it
against-
on.
yeah, and you
First
were
place-
number one. Yeah.
Needs to be. Who's playing first place this week? They need stop. Government needs stopped. All right, Jasper County motherfuckers. They're playing. None of you are playing first place this week.
I actually played
God.
Bear last week as well,
Oh yeah.
and I won
You
144 to 103.
Ooh,
So-
and he's not here to defend himself, so you can shit talk him as much as you want.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, get him.
So that moves me into, I believe, fourth
Fourth.
place. Yep, right behind Apollo.
We're all in a row.
Yeah.
Me third, Krendor fourth, Rob fifth, Bear sixth.
Yep.
All tied. We are
Oh,
all
yeah.
five. We are the only 5-4 people in the whole thing.
I'm
We're all-
actually ahead of Rob by less than 1 point.
Yep.
Yeah.
by
yeah.
by a tiny by 0.86. In fact,
And I'm psyched too, because similar to you, Apollo, this week I could have beaten
almost anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 teams.
I beat all but 3.
Yeah. Yep.
I also
Yep.
made a trade to acquire Ramondre Stevenson sleeper,
Oh, sleeper pick.
and I acquired Marvin Harrison Jr. And I gave up.
Awakened pick.
The person who keeps trading me and trying to take Tony Pollard away, I do not have any running backs. I'm not giving away my running backs. I
Yeah.
don't have any.
I gave up
Dude,
Josh
it's-
Jacobs to get those guys.
Oh man, it's dry out there for running backs. I wouldn't have like I'm not fucking around with that.
I want to go deeper into fantasy. I feel like a super genius. That's why I'm mad I lost. I was like, you know what? Ezekiel Elliott, disciplinary reasons, they're going to kick him out, even though Dallas is the worst running game in the whole league. I'm going to start Rico Dowdle. 21 points from Rico Dowdle. You wouldn't have seen that, man.
Solid.
Man, imagine
Fantasy
drafting
sleeper.
like 10 running backs in the draft. Wouldn't that be crazy? And then you have so many to use and trade. It's pretty crazy.
You never
I think
offered
you're
any
the
of them to
reason.
me.
You're the reason that it's all dry out there on the fucking running back free agency chart.
A little bit.
How are you guys doing at home in your fantasy? Chime in, let us know. I'd like to hear. You guys play fantasy? How many people play fantasy at home? Because
Quite
it
a
is
lot.
fun, but I never until this podcast I never played.
I played a few times prior to it.
Yeah. It's fun.
Okay,
It is fun.
now Krendor, we can do the.
Bengals,
Yeah.
Ravens.
I'm going to go Ravens, but it's a 50-50.
NFL schedule. Sorry, hold on. Let me look. Okay, we got the Bengals and the Ravens. I'm gonna say it's the Ravens.
Yeah, this game's in 2 hours, by the way.
Yes.
Yep, that's right.
Cutting it close.
Yeah, we
I'm gonna
really
go
are.
Bengals, actually.
Whoa!
I think they get closer.
I think this is a 50-50. It was a 50-50 last time they played. I think it's a 50-50 still.
I think you're probably right.
And then who's got the assistant coach? I don't have it. So
He picked Ravens.
all right.
Let's go.
Giants, Panthers.
Oh,
Wait,
this
Did
is
you
the,
mention who our assistant coach is this week?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. We went backwards and did fantasy, so it covered it up.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck this. This is what we're sending to Germany. This is what we're sending our best.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the Giants.
The Giants have looked okay against good teams. So I'm gonna take the Giants.
I think after this game, we might have a couple of sour krauts, if you know what I mean.
Shut up. So yeah, the Malik Neighbors saved me. Give
Yeah.
me like 30 points this week, so I don't have to worry.
I'm gonna take the Giants because the Panthers are bad, and at least the Giants have bleak neighbors.
Assistant coach takes Giants as well. Patriots,
Ah.
Bears.
Oh,
Boy,
what's
like,
happening?
This is
I said I
horrible.
was never going to pick the Bears again, but I'm going to have to pick the Bears because the Patriots are bad.
I
I
do
was
think
gonna-
the Bears win this one. So I'll take them.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna take the Bears, but I'm gonna be annoyed because I picked the Patriots last week and they're gonna win this one. I bet. Is
I
Drake May
will-
playing the whole time or is he dead?
I think he's
No,
not
he's
gonna-
alive again. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
The
going to suck.
AC took Bears.
Yeah.
Neither of these games will be fun to watch.
Yeah.
This might be the last game the Bears win. Actually.
Oh no, because they go into everyone's going into the divisional gauntlet. Soon.
Yeah. The death zone.
They have the gauntlet, and then they have like 49ers, Seahawks in there too.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, 49ers, Buccaneers.
Oh. Well, CMC's probably back, as we were saying.
Yeah, I don't know how much that helps them genuinely. Like I know it's a lot, but the Niners have just looked shaky.
They
And
have, but they've also looked shaky
he opens
since
up
he's
the
been down.
receiving game though.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'll take the Niners.
I'm going to take the Niners too, but it is, I mean, is Baker Mayfield, and they just had a loss. I feel like he's going to be on fire. He's going to be fired up.
I'm going Niners.
Yeah, I don't think the Bucks win this one.
They're
just
also
CMC.
Niners.
Yeah.
Broncos, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
Just shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Might
Shut the fuck
lock
up.
it.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
it's divisional. It's divisional. You never know.
Rob, you
It's
know.
divisional. Yeah, you're
No,
right. I know.
you know.
You're right. I know.
Bills, Colts.
Bills.
Bills. Hold on. Do I want to lock
AC has locked the
this?
Bills here.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
I
good
might.
lock.
I think I
Good
might.
lock.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock the Bills on this one.
All right.
Sounds like.
Steelers, Commanders.
This is gonna be a good game. Normally, I'm pessimistic and
Yeah.
I'm like, Steelers are gonna get smoked. I do think I'm gonna pick the Commanders because my pessimism will win out. The universe was not made for my happiness, so I'm gonna take the Commanders.
AC
but
takes Steelers.
I think the
Ooh.
Steelers should be favored, just because
I don't know
it's still
about favored. But I can see it
Tomlin
being
has
toss-up.
Tomlin does well against rookies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, that's a good point. Tomlin.
I'm gonna go Commanders still.
Yeah, I don't think either pick is wrong. I'll say that.
Oh wow, yeah, he has the third best winning percentage against rookie QB since 1950.
I don't like some of these teams will randomly forget you have to double team TJ Watt, and no one's done it yet, like for more than like a play or two. But I could, I mean, he's gonna do his thing. There's gonna be one play they forget to do it, and he's gonna cause a fumble, and it's just
yeah, you know what? I'll take the Steelers here.
There he goes.
You sold me on the Mike Tomlin thing. He had an 806 winning percentage, 25-6. It's third best since 1950.
Yep.
Vikings, Jaguars.
Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings.
I think I'm gonna lock the Vikings.
It's fair.
Solid.
I don't
Yeah,
think that's wrong at all. It's
Yeah.
no Trevor Lawrence, right? Or maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. And it's Darnold season, as
Or
we
he's
all
hurt.
recall.
Oh, dude, all my fantasy players are against bad teams this week. I should fucking cream my opponent.
You should.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get
Yeah.
like 72 points.
Right.
Falcons, Saints.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Falcons, yeah. That's lockable, honestly.
Also lockable, yeah.
These are pretty easy games, actually. Chargers,
Yeah.
Titans.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Chargers.
I don't think the next one's easy.
Jets, Cardinals. This is the hard one.
That's Cardinals.
I'm
I
gonna
don't think
I'm
it's
gonna
that
keep
hard.
my Jets streak going, man. I'm
Oh,
picking the
man.
Jets. I'm picking the Jets.
Oh
I
my
am
Crendor,
god.
you keep it. You're gonna be do
9
every week. We
straight.
got this. Let's do it.
Straight.
The Cardinals burned me one too many times. Again, if the Cardinals win this game, I have magic this season. Like I do.
Well, that's true. I will say the Cardinals are one of those teams. They're up there with the Chargers and the Titans for me of teams that have burned me too many times. But we're also talking about the Jets, who have burned me pretty much every time they've played football.
For your whole life.
So yeah. Ever since I was a fan, more or less. So
I've also watched
know.
Aaron Rodgers half my life, so I kind of more trusting him than the Jets.
Yeah, I think the Jets' misery powers are greater than Aaron Rodgers' ayahuasca powers.
I think it's a good battle. I think it's really close.
It is. It's a tough battle so far, honestly.
Yeah. Danny Boy picked Cardinals.
The pipes
The pipes.
are calling.
Yep. Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles.
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 Dude, don't be surprised if the Eagles piss this game away, though. I would not lock it.
It is totally a trap game. Yeah, being a divisional.
Yeah. Lions, Texans.
Lions.
Lions. Yeah. Although you know what, I gotta say, fellas, I feel pretty confident about a lot of our picks that we've agreed on. However, we're picking a lot of away games, away winners.
I mean, these are all good team versus bad team, though. Like for most of these,
I mean, Lions Texans though. I don't know. It's
Texans
like
are kind of bad right now, man.
kinda, but they're I mean, at least in relation to the Lions for sure. But I don't know.
The Lions are coming back up off of a rainy, gross game where they still scored a bunch of points, and they get to go play in Houston.
Yeah,
Dolphins, Rams.
That was a good game.
Yeah, actually.
I don't. I want to take the.
Everyone's alive on the Dolphins,
I'm gonna take
right?
the Dolphins. I'm gonna give them some hope. I feel like they played well, and they should win this one.
I actually agree.
I'm gonna take the Rams. Partially because you guys are both going Dolphins, and also because they're the Dolphins and they're my division rival, but also because the Rams also had a bit of a comeback, like a breaking out the past couple of weeks.
I do think it'll be close. It's gonna be a good game. Danny Boy took Dolphins.
Okay.
So I almost went Rams, but I don't know.
It'll be good.
It'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold on. I got a lock.
Oh yeah,
a lot of options.
Yeah, there are a lot of options. I'm gonna lock the. Should I be bold or safe?
Up to you.
Boldness isn't that bold.
Yeah, show me your bold lock.
My bold lock would just be the Chargers, which isn't that bold. But it could be a loss because it's the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable locking the Chargers ever, so.
Yeah, me either. All right, I'm locking the Chiefs. It is what it is.
Perfect.
Sue me.
I will.
Please
Your
don't.
summon is in the mail.
No.
Randy.
I just got a fucking court summons for jury. Jury notice.
Why is Jerry summoning you to court?
I know,
Jerry
Jerry. He won't
Thank
get
you,
enough
thank
of
you.
me. Yeah, you're very good.
Bengals.
Okay.
Panthers.
Don't start, Randy. Don't start.
Bears.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Okay.
Buccaneers.
Right.
Chiefs.
He's
Okay.
safe. He's being safe.
Bills.
He's being so safe this week.
Steelers. Jaguars.
No, there it is. That's the Randy.
Ooh. I mean, he already picked the Bucks over the Niners. I'm just gonna say.
Falcons.
Okay.
Chargers.
Okay.
Okay.
Jets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Oh, Randy.
Texans.
Randy.
Rams.
Okay, Randy.
Rams. That means the Dolphins are winning. Oh shit! All right, I'm picking the Dolphins.
And Randy, funnily enough, is locking the Chargers.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You dodged it, Rob. When Randy locks
heard
with us, it's usually bad.
That's probably a Chargers loss then.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Shit.
And that will do it.
Dun,
Thank you, everybody. There's all the patrons.
Sorry, Pixelhaven again for the late notice on the pickups. And also, you don't have Bears.
And sorry, people that pay for early access, we're throwing this one up.
Yeah,
Very
sorry.
We had a good
too.
excuse this week, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be normal
That
next
no
week.
one else had. Of
Then
course.
no one else has this excuse. Just us. We're the
Just
only ones who
only
cared.
us.
All right. I'm going to upload
Bye.
this now. Bye, everybody.
Ba-da-ba-ba.